Taxes. Why is it important that you teach your kids about taxes? Because they affect everything. Many parts of our lives. The homes that we own, we often pay taxes on. We pay sales tax. We pay income tax to the federal government. And in the United States, we also often pay state tax. It affects just about every part of our lives, and it'll affect your children's too. And yet, I'm always surprised when I have a new client that comes in my office. There's a couple questions I need to know right up front. Number one, how do they use their money? Meaning what's coming in, what's going out? What is their spending? But also, how are they taxed? It's important because it affects investments, how I choose investments. It affects how it goes in and how it comes out of that investment. Ultimately, whether someone's able to hit a goal or not, taxation is going to play a role in that. So knowing your tax brackets is critical. So an introduction to taxes, and if you can make it normal around your house just to understand what your tax bracket is, and then you can make decisions around that, you'll absolutely be helping your children so much in the long run. Today, I'm going to talk about how to understand filling out a W-4. We're getting close to summer, and my daughter Lauren, who is a high school student and is looking at possibly a summer job this year. And one of the things that she has not done at 15 is fill out her deductions, meaning when you're going to have to pay taxes on your income, how many people do you claim? And how do you fill out this form? If you go on the IRS website, they've got a phenomenal forms cabinet, and you can just download it and walk your kids through it. So that would be the first step. As you know, hopefully, all of us have one. We can start with one, and then we build on with questions. In fact, part of the form is a worksheet, a personal allowance worksheet. So it should be able to help you. But you know what? Even this is confusing sometimes. Go slow. There's tutorials online as well. But walk your children through it so they can make the right election. Here's the key. Make the election, get your first paycheck, and then estimate based on that paycheck how many paychecks you're going to get that year, how much total income. Have them do a simple 1040 to see if they're withholding enough. Are they going to owe taxes if they claim one? They may, as kids, they may need to go to zero. Or do they need to make a slight adjustment? You can do the same thing. You shouldn't be surprised by your taxes. So keep your kids up to date on what they're paying and what they're deducting. And the goal, the game, is to keep it as even as possible. You don't want to owe, but you don't want a big refund back. And I know there's a lot of people who really love that refund because it's a savings program. Here's the problem with that type of savings program is the IRS is not paying you interest. They don't even send a thank you card. They'll send you your check, but they just refund the money. So if you're paying all along for a whole year, what type of interest are you missing out on if you've been paid that money and saved it? So it's important as your kids enter this working world that you continue to introduce the idea of taxes. Give them the opportunity to really understand how they work, not be intimidated, and to move forward knowing what their tax bill is probably going to be way in advance. Have questions or comments, please let me know. Again, I am not a CPA, I'm a CFP, and I'm not yours. This is meant to be general advice. If you need additional services, help, or you want professional help walking your kids through the election form, please seek a professional in your area. Have a great week.